Welcome to the year 2006 on the internet, and the deadliest pandemic the world will ever see is about to start. A pandemic that will kill millions. The virus that started this pandemic is known as AIDS, and it started in an online video game called Habbo Hotel in a Habbo Hotel pool after someone peed in the pool and infected it with AIDS. In a matter of hours, thousands of Habbo Hotel users are dying in a hospital due to AIDS. The hospitals are already over capacity and are breaking at the seams, but fortunately there is a way to stop the pandemic in its tracks and save millions of lives by closing down every single pool in Habbo Hotel. The dictator of Habbo Hotel refuses to do this, as he fears that closing down the pools will cause the player base and population of Habbo Hotel to plummet, and with it, the economy. Not wanting to lose money or players, the dictator announces to the public that the pools will remain open. Because of this, in 1 week, the AIDS pandemic jumps from 2,000 AIDS infections to 12,000. The world of Habbo Hotel needs a guardian angel to guide them through this epidemic. Those guardian angels will be the 4chaners on the /B board. 4chan citizens live in fear every day that they'll contract AIDS from the Habbo citizens. If they do, they'll have to break up with their anime waifus, a deed that cannot be done. So a group of 4chan vigilantes, dressed in tuxedos and afros, plan a raid. Hundreds and hundreds of players swarm in to block the pools and save everyone from AIDS. At the beginning, it was a huge success. AIDS cases dropped to 0 because no one could get into the pool, because the 4chaners were simply blocking them off. The 4chaners were becoming international heroes, but soon blood will be shed. The dictator of Habbo Hotel is angry with the 4chaners. The 4chan intervention has made their country appear weak, so he sends an unarmed militia, or more of a crowd really, to confront the 4chan raiders. They begin throwing rocks, spitting, and yelling at the 4chan raiders, and try to break into the pools. The 4chaners have no choice but to resort to violence. They open fire on the unarmed crowd, killing and injuring many players. The players try to run and escape the 4chaners' gunfire, but many are cut down in a blaze of bullets. And some of the people trying to escape the gunfire trip and fall, causing them to be trampled and killed by the retreating players. Overall, 98 Habbo players perished, and now the 4chaners did not look like the good guys all of a sudden, and the government posted it all over the Habbo Hotel forums. It was not looking that great for 4chaners. While the massacre gave 4chan some bad publicity, they continued to block off pools and protect the people from the AIDS crisis. While this was good news for the internet, it was not good news for the mods of Habbo Hotel. For them, they had one choice: to mobilize the Habbo Hotel army and kill the 4chan raiders. So that's just what they did. On the morning of April 6, 2006, the Habbo army shows up at the pools and opens fire on the 4chan raiders. The 4chan raiders fired back. They took cover behind ledges and buildings and fired back at the Habbo army. The two forces were now locked in a deadly firefight as gunshots rang out through the day. The 4chan raiders, however, eventually ran out of ammo. Once they did, the Habbo army showed them no mercy. They were banned in swarms. It was no longer a battle, but a massacre. The massacre of the lobby pool was over. First, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Milk.
Bruh.
Are you a short little tiny idiot who desperately wants a girlfriend? Well, look no more. Milk can make you grow super tall, handsome, and cool. Ever since I started drinking milk, my life has been way better. Also, you're gay if you don't drink milk. So buy milk, unless you're gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But yes, thanks for Milk to sponsoring this video. Thank you, Milk. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would really make my day. Thank you. After the events of the Habbo massacre, the 4chan raiders started infighting with each other. They soon fell into a violent and deadly civil war. The violent, brutal civil war would last for 2 years and would only end in a stalemate After that, all the Habbo 4chaners split off into even more factions. The Skinhead faction was the first to split off and leave. Then, the Ginger faction, and then there was a complete communist revolution. The communist 4chan revolution saw violent battles and many deaths, and it seemed like it would permanently destabilize the country of 4chan. It seemed like 4chan would never be able to recover and would slowly die from the wounds of the revolutions and infighting. 4chan was never able to recover. A string of raids was attempted, but each one was more failed than the last. There has not been a single successful Habbo raid in decades now, but I guess that fact is debatable, I suppose. That's where the story ends, in infighting, civil wars, and factionism. It's hard to think that this all started in an online video game called Habbo Hotel in a Habbo Hotel pool after someone peed in the pool. Also, do you guys want to join the official Foamfoot Crew Discord server? You probably should, because that's the only social media that I'm technically on. So, you should join it, get updates and stuff, memes. Don't you like memes, kids? But yeah, that's it. Join it or die. There will be a link to it in a pinned comment.